I broke down the suggestions made in this coaching video into 5 tips that will help you regardless of the compound you're in and the loadout you have. If you're trying to get better at Hunt Showdown, I would highly recommend practicing these until it's like second nature to you. Number 1, strafe when on alert. If you think you heard something, don't walk in a straight line. Make sure you're checking your angles and don't be out in the open. Always try to take avenues or routes that are a little bit more cover filled and only go out in the open when absolutely necessary. You think no one's around. Number 2, create chaos in your environment. Use what you have to your advantage and make your enemy panic, whether that be traps, poisons, chokes, throwables, decoys, I mean, you name it. There's a ton of things in the game that can distract and or make them have a hard time knowing what your next plan is. And using all those things to your advantage will keep giving you more and more leeway to do what you want. Number 3, be aware of your surroundings. Retain the simplest of things. Even if you don't know the game all that well, it'll still go a long way. High-low spots of a compound, how many people you've heard, what weapons were used to kill you or your teammates, and relay that information can go a long way, even for the people that are still trying to figure the game out. Number 4, make a quick escape plan. When regrouping, it's necessary to check your basics before attempting to leave the compound, and don't draw attention to yourself when using the escape plan. The more time you give yourself before your enemy knows what you're doing, the more likely you are to succeed. And number 5, know your ammo. Having a bit more information on what your current ammo can and can't do can help you a lot in different situations. Whether you can pin certain walls or not, or if there's an AoE component to the weapon you're using, like explosive crossbow. Know what your build is strong at and put yourself in those situations. It'll go a long way into winning more fights and making you more successful in Hunt.
Dude, what am I hearing?
I think walking in a straight line in the open is pretty bold. It is pretty bold. I understand wanting to hear, but I would probably mix up my strafe a little bit. So like right here, like even just like stops, like stutter stops and stuff, help. Moving left and right help a lot here, but you're like on a straight line path, man. That is very bold. There's a lot of places I can shoot there.
Okay, I think I just lost my sanity.
Like the build?
Flank Sinatra.
It's both, Cash. It's both. It's a bold move. My stomach is like eating itself right now. I don't know if my stomach's just starving or what, but it's like... It wants food.
Crazy, I swear to God.
Oh, you good, Garlic. You good, man. Oh.
Dude, he dodged both of them. They're perfectly lined up.
Rough. Rough. I can't. Choke. Yes, sir.
Guys on the roof.
Oh. I don't like playing around these windows. With the weapons you have and stuff, I wouldn't play around these windows.
Maybe it'll be good.
Have full for sure. Oh.
Maybe not.
Hey, dude. They have a Sparks. They're watching body. That's a lot of information gained.
Where's the AI coming?
He has to reload.
I killed everything here like 2 minutes ago.
Oh no! Good movement for a shitty situation to be in. Recovered. Yeah. So I was surprised to see you completely ignore that, Kej. You definitely heard it, right? Like, you definitely heard it.
Where's the AI coming from? I killed everything here like 2 minutes
Right?
ago.
You didn't hear it at all? Oh, okay. Then yeah, that'll do it. That'll do her. That'll do her if you didn't hear it at all. But yeah, you're not making a ton of footsteps and stuff. So I can very clearly hear that. And if you just move slightly underneath the house, there's no way that kills you. So then when you came out to the right and it's thrown through the air and it's like, oh no, like I could see that coming. But it was one of those moments where it's like, oof.
I'm a good res though.
Just pick the other,
Easy one.
the left side instead of the right side there to maneuver around what you're hearing. But if you didn't hear it, man, that happens, dude. Sometimes someone throws some at me and I just didn't hear it go off or something like that. Happens. They have a Sparks and they have a Berthy, which puts you in a very bad position. Good hit. Oh.
Missed. Choke bolt.
Gotta reload. Garlic, no problem, man. Wow. Oof. So this is a really tough position to be in. If I was you, Kej, I don't know how used to this build you are, but if I was you, man, I would be sending some choke bolts through the floor to make the people above me cough. Like, so at least I know their position. It'll make them move a little bit, that kind of stuff. You can also use the choke as like a force field to make it hard for other people to hit you in the head because your head's all wavy. So you know someone's on this angle up here if you don't plan on using an angle. So like over here, you're coming up. Just shoot a choke bolt like over here and then push up this way. Like not only will it distract them, but it could come in use later if you ever need to take these angles. You can use it against the enemy on like, okay, I'm going to jump above the smoke cloud or something and shoot. Like you get to place the smoke cloud where you want. Also, on this guy over here, the smoke cloud thing hits a lot further than you think it does. So like this guy up here. Once this has happened, I would choke bolt like right there. There's a chance that you don't actually hit him, but it's pretty wide. And I think you might hit if you choke up there. So like getting him coughing might alert the people on the inside that there's someone up there in this area. They might peek him. They might have better angles, like all that kind of shit. So I would give it a try, man. What do you got to lose? One choke bolt ammo? Those windows are so dangerous. Not a bad play to try to cut off their rotates and shit. I like that conk. I'd probably start choking like this hallway too. So you can come up on this little ridge here and then choke like inside. Make it harder for them to even get to this area and to peek you on these windows. I'd probably do something like that before throwing the conk or right after throwing the conk. So risky here, man. So risky. Concertina on top. I'd choke it. Choke it. Choke it. That's what I'm saying. It makes people fuck up, man. It makes people fuck up. You shoot your choke, like, right there. I bet you get the hit on him. Like, I am very confident. I'd say, like, a 95% chance that they start going... It's huge, man.
Who are we fighting?
I mean, that hit, even. That hit both of them.
I missed.
And that was even closer. That, like, the choke bolt AoE initial when it lands is so massive, dude. I don't even know how big it is, but it feels like it almost always hits. %, I re-choke. Honestly, I might even choke on the left, I was gonna say. After opening that gate, I'd probably choke left. Whoa! I'm just throwing it out there, Kedge. I think that's a super bad rotate, super risky, and I wouldn't take it. At this position, if you're like not wanting to get pushed or something like that, just close this door and still use this angle, right? Like, the last time you saw one of the dudes, he was up on those rocks on the left, and the last time you saw another dude was the roof on the south, and then your buddy's shooting at a guy that's over on the trees on the southwest, right? So they have oversight on most of this compound. One of the only positions where you're decently safe from their angles is kind of in this area that you're in, right? Like this north area underneath the cover or around some cover. So you don't want to give this position up unless you absolutely have to. Like someone is chasing you down with a bomb lance. You know what I mean? Then you kind of run out of this area. But yeah, this whole rotate, I think, is just not good. Don't do this. Don't do this. With the information you know beforehand and all that jazz. Not needed. Oof.
Behind. Spark sniper. 20 meters.
How many?
21 meters.
Dude, there is a guy over here, there is a guy over here, there is a guy up in this bitch, and there is a spark sniper. And no one doing shit except us.
Second bounty incoming.
Where they at? Okay, man, I think I'll just dip and get the bars back and then come back.
Not a bad idea, but it's going to be very hard to dip. This is one of the worst compounds to try to dip because if people are up in the rocks or anywhere, this place is the height of this entire section of the map, so they can see everything. They can see you like 200 meters away running away from this compound, which gives them a lot of time to take shots and recognize that you're running away. So, not a bad plan, but also in the position of the enemies, the chance it succeeds is very low, specifically in this compound.
They can try to burn you.
Spoilers! I wasn't able to. Yeah. Sounds about right. That's music to my ears, man. It's so funny to hear another team coughing. Like, you know they're annoyed. They're mildly perturbed.
But how can I leave?
You can't.
For the bars, man.
You can't, bro.
Out
You can't in this compound.
No. We win this.
I like that. I like that mindset.
Oh, they coming in. Okay.
Okay, if I absolutely thought that I must leave this compound, how do I get out of this compound with these positions? I think your best option is coming out here, watching these rocks up here, or coming through and trying to get to those buildings on the southeast or whatever, potentially. This guy's going to peek you. That guy on the right can probably get off a shot if he sees it, right? And you're hoping that they miss and or you're able to return fire. But I think that's probably your best option. Then you sit in that building for a little bit, see if people push you. If they don't, you slowly crouch walk out of that building a little bit next to the cliff side, and then potentially get under the bridge. And then just don't draw attention to yourself at all. I think that's like one of the only ways that you potentially, and it's still really bad.
Here, there's the guy there. The bounty will scan.
Oh,
and
where's
I'm
the
on that
bounty?
Side, so they're
Oh, yeah.
Probably will go for me.
See, I think you could.
I think my only way.
I think your only way out is over here to be able to get around to the cart is this way. A lot of things got to go right, and they probably won't, but I think that's your best option. Whatever you do, don't draw attention to yourself.
Well, I guess I'm not,
Don't
not
fire
doing
your
it.
weapons a bunch. Try to clear separate angles.
Okay,
If
try
I
to
was
make it
you,
all
I'd
the
probably
wins.
choke those rocks up there
I don't know what they're doing, but
to at least mess
they're
with them.
right here.
I mean, Yusik, you could. You could just sit.
I think they destroyed the concertina for some reason. They wanted to
Yep.
do something.
I agree with the information you have. And it pays off. Beautiful.
I'm trying to go for you. I have 3 minutes and 10.
Oof.
I missed out. Man. The bounty is still not there. Who are they fighting?
Choke it.
And there is still the Monroe. And there is the bounty.
You're still open on that northeast side.
And everybody is playing Sparks and missing help, man.
Oh no! Oh no! I wouldn't have gone this way at all. Oh, there's someone right next to him. And that barrel.
Wow.
He scanned. Yeah, that whole situation on the left side, I wouldn't have gone into at all. Recognizing this guy's a problem, or maybe there's 2 or 3 up here is a problem, is fine. But letting that deter you and being like, no, I can't go that way, when it's probably your safest way out. Because, like, if 1 or 2 guys are here, that sucks. But there's a chance they miss shots. And there's also a good chance that you can make them choke on the way. Plus, you have cover decently close. You have those buildings to your right. You have like a 6-7 second sprint where you're like, come on, let's get over there. And then once you get in there, you're decently safe from these guys because there's not too many angles they can get on you into there, potentially. And then you can stall out in this building a little bit, see if they push. If they don't push, you slowly creep out because in that building, you aren't making a ton of noise and it's far enough away to where they probably wouldn't hear crouch walking. And then I think you might be able to slither out. But going the direction of the bounty, which you know is potentially 3, it's at least 2.
And everybody is playing Sparks.
And you looked at the map and you saw they're over here, like that's going to be an issue.
Whoa, why am I playing?
You're going into unknown territory. You could get shot in the back from the windows there as well. And then you push over. You have no idea of the position of anybody of the team inside or the team outside right now. And then there happens to be someone really close. And it's like, oof. Also, going for this spark shot is really risky because it can't pen. I would have liked to seen maybe a choke first here.
Wow.
It probably still doesn't work out, but... Oof. And honestly, I think that was a decent shot, but can't pen. I don't even think long ammo would have been that, but... GG's. If you have a video you would like me to go through and explain what you could have done differently and or more efficient, check out the information in the description below.
Check connection.
Thank you so much for giving me fights to critique. I appreciate it. Hopefully it was helpful.